the toughest things to do in all of college football is win on the road. When you're a ranked team going into a hostile environment, these fans are ready to knock them off course. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Blue Devils will kick it off to get us underway. And he takes this from inside the 5. And he's able to pick his way through the traffic nicely for a good return on that one before he's brought down. So North Carolina's offense will have the first possession of the game. Last time these two rivals got together, guys, there were hurt feelings and some dead fish handshakes in the aftermath, and this might be just the recipe to cook up some revenge, Jesse.
Well, they're going to be motivated, that's for sure. The losing team, they have been hearing about that blowout loss now for a very long time. They had this game circled, David, all offseason, hoping to get that payback.
Oh, man, and you get...
Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. He'll go out of bounds, but a solid pickup on the run.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football.
Able to work it to the 39-yard line, and that'll be a first down.
And this is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
They'll snap it from the 39, first and 10. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. A confident, tough, efficient run gets it up to the 44. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Unloads quickly. Stopped at the 46-yard line, but give him 10 yards and the first down.
And there you see the bind that the RPO play can put a defender in. That linebacker had to make a decision. Was the running back going to get the ball? He thought so, so he fit up, and that allowed the slant to be thrown in behind him.
And the defense makes the stop after a minimal gain. Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Back to pass. With the catch, it's Cobb. Powers through. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They're going back to the ground. They make the stop, but you can't give up 4 yards a chunk on the ground down in this area of the field. It's at the 18. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Wants to go up top. Got him downfield. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
The Blue Devils offense has its first opportunity of the day. Guys, if you listen closely, I think you can hear the jawing going already between this quarterback and wide receiver. What a matchup, Jesse, it's going to be between those two.
You know, so many people have already been talking about this individual one-on-one matchup, David, and it's going to be happening out on an island all game long. The receiver's got speed, he's got game-breaking ability, catching the football, can climb the ladder. He's going up against one of the best shutdown corners in the game. I cannot wait to watch this.
Yeah, and he's got the speed to stay with him and the instincts, and he's been so great out wide in every game. This is a huge test. This is a Sunday test. 2 NFL guys going at it to see who's going to take home the prize.
And the Blue Devils line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Tollefson. Pocket breaking down. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16. And here comes the punt team. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. Gets the first one of the day off and hoping he's not as busy as he was in that loss last week when he kicked it 4 times. This guy is a daring punt return man. He's not going to settle for the fair catch. A solid return gets a little bit of ground for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Quickly out on the screen to the wide receiver. They make the stop, not a whole lot of ground picked up there, and they'll have work to do to get the first down. Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Boston. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Dennis. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. The Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Back to pass. Tight end finds a soft spot. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. They'll go to the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. He caught it, and he was straining for the goal line, but the defense stopped him short.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
There is nowhere to run and nowhere to hide on these situations. You know the physical ground game comes into play inside the 5-yard line, and they match the intensity. Nice job. Everybody flying around to the football, making the tackle for a loss. Nice job by this defense.
He works his way ever closer all the way down to the 1-yard line. As they come to the line, they've moved it, but they need 1 more yard on 3rd down. He gets it in. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Field shrinks, tight end grows. Big targets, big results.
I've never heard it put that way, but you're dang right. That guy is so big. A lot of times you get a DB matched up on him. He can just post him up. A linebacker, he can run by him. So that's why these tight ends are so dangerous down here in this red zone.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They've gotten off to a sluggish start and need to put something together on this drive. Dropping back, it's Tollefson. Here's the pressure. Oh, and he got drilled as he just got rid of the football.
And these coaches have these play sheets over there on the sidelines, and there's so many calls they want to call, and they want to make explosive plays. But you got to protect your QB, and he's already been sacked. Now he's hit again. Like, they've got to protect him up front if they want a chance of doing damage on the offensive side of the football.
Probably the toughest call on the play sheet. 3rd and long. Ball's at the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Grabbed over the middle. It's Dupree. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. The Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. The sure hands. It's Tyler. And gang tackling on this dude is a good idea. They needed it, but he still got the first down. And the Blue Devils are marching down the field. Looking downfield on first down. Not able to hook up there, incomplete. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
QBs and receivers on third down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
The Blue Devils will punt this one away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the return man will have no chance as the ball sails out of bounds. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They put 2 touchdowns on the board in the early going, and now right back to work. They'll give it to the back. Good job running tough and behind his pads as he gets up to the 38-yard line.
That's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's first down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. On the run, it's Dennis. Tackled in the backfield. That'll be a loss of 4 on the heels of gaining 4 on the previous play. So they had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. And they were able to build that lead into double figures. Let's take a quick look at our early stats before we move on. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. It'll be third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Gets it out quickly. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone cover.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line.
Yeah, that's a great job. And listen, this quarterback's had success. He's going to be throwing for 2 touchdowns. We got to make him feel uncomfortable. This is still early in the game. Nice job by the defense, getting a hit on the quarterback and making him think a little bit.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. And the Tar Heels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll look to pin him deep. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. They've taken a couple of punches to the jaw, and now they'll try to get this offense going down a couple of touchdowns. Spits it out to the back. Caught near the sticks. It's Dupree. And he's brought down at the 40-yard line, and that'll be a first down. After that big gainer to open things up, they'll put it in play from the 40. Wants to throw. It's Tollefson. Dumps it to the back. Pulls it in. It's Dupree. Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Running back searching for a hole. The Tar Heels in a good spot here with second and short. He'll ride his man on the option. He'll toss it. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
And that just looked off. The timing, the rhythm, I don't know what it was, but usually that option, man, it's so precise, right? Like,
oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. And he's got it inside the 10. They'll mark him down right there, but it is a big play, and they'll move the chains. And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. With the run on first and goal. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Now the offense tries to punch it in on second and goal. They'll move the wide receiver. Quick touch pass to the receiver. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
If you're going to try a push pass here on first down by the goal line, you really got to get great blocking. You can't allow penetration, and the offense wasn't able to do that. Look at the defense on that last play. They were able to get in the backfield. They make a tackle on a speedy wide receiver to get the TFL.
From the 3-yard line, they'll try it again on third. Touchdown, North Carolina! Quick strike through the air for the score. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9. And with the extra point, they're up 21-0.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not, so being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Looking for a man. It's Thompson. Unloads it downfield. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Looking deep down the right side. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. And the Blue Devils will try to pin them back with the punt. Hauls it in at the 40. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. Wants to throw on first down. He's got him. And a good job of coverage by that defense. Just a short pickup.
Well, and a nice job working the middle of the field. I think it's so important to keep defenses honest, and you can't just dink and dunk outside. You got to work the middle. Great job finding this wide receiver over the middle of the field.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. Fires to the tight end. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25.
Well, it's a nice job, too, of the quarterback after the play fake there, getting his eyes down the field. He had to get that to his tight end quickly, knowing he wasn't going to have a lot of space to run with after the catch.
Really good running, gets it into the red zone, and they'll have it at the 16. And the Tar Heels with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield, it's Hawkins. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
I think there were a lot of doubters that wondered how this team was going to be able to handle this environment and whether or not they could find success early in this game. They have proved all of those doubters wrong. They have been dominant in every phase, on offense, on defense, and on special teams, and they are piling it on here early in this game on the road.
And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. And the quarterback goes down all the way back at his 4-yard line.
And after that last sack, man, you could just see it. They are feeling themselves. After pitching a shutout last week, after dominating early in this game, it just seems like they're playing with a different aggression and a different level of intensity than what their opponent is. They have been so dominant.
And you've seen this formula work at all levels of football. You pressure the quarterback, his numbers start to drop. He's not as efficient. Nice job by the defense.
On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. That internal clock just didn't move fast enough, and they get him for a safety.
Well, the defense could smell blood in the water in that situation, and a great job pursuing, getting to the football, showing you all of that athleticism they have, and they come away with the safety.
The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This offense has really been clicking in the game so far, Jesse.
No doubt. Everything their play caller is dialing up, these guys offensively have been able to go out and execute, David.
Yeah, and it's just maintaining the lead. Keep doing what you've been doing. You got a big lead. Let's just keep piling it on until they find an answer. Yeah, and listen, the offense has had their way, and they've had so much success and so much production. But listen, at least the defense got a rep. You know, maybe this gets you a spark. Maybe this gets you some energy. Maybe we'll see a little bit more life from this defense.
Yeah, they may not win the game, but I think this defensive coaching staff at this point, based on how this game has gone, they're just trying to find things to build off of. And maybe that's something they can point to as they get ready for their next opponent, of things they did right, things that they got to do more consistently moving forward.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Down to 2 minutes before the half, they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. The Tar Heels send out the punt unit. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Catches it at the 30. Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. Boy, they've been caught in a buzzsaw here in the first half, but maybe a chance to carry some momentum into the break here.
It all comes down to this drive right here, Reese. Obviously, this offense hasn't had everything go right for them in the first half, but here's an opportunity, David, to execute some plays, put some throws together, and generate some points.
And you're right, Jesse, and this offense needs to start now. Like, we got to get some points on the board, create some momentum.
Makes the grab inside the 30. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. Looking downfield, it's Tollefson. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
He wants to throw it again. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. Got a man. It's Dupree. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. The Blue Devils have it with a 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Right on the money. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. He'll keep it himself. Oh, he was in the backfield immediately, a 3-yard loss.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
He splits the uprights. And to settle for the field goal. So they get the late field goal right before the half, and not much time after this kickoff for an answer. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Fires to the tight end. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to throw. They'll have to be efficient against the clock. Quick strike complete. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Looking to throw on first down. Bringing the heat. A shot toward the end zone. Incomplete. They took a shot to wrap up the half and came up empty. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And how do we possibly begin without singing the praises of this receiver? His ability to find gaps, run textbook routes, and then show that breakaway speed. He simply is the total package. How this secondary responds, whether they try to double-team him or get aggressive at the line, that'll be the story of this second half. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
We're just about ready to start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Gutierrez. That is a decision he will likely regret. He brings it out of the end zone, and he's knocked down at the 10. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. Got blown out in the first half, and now just desperate to find anything to generate momentum here in the third quarter. And he'll be knocked down at the 2-yard line.
And giving up 3 sacks a week ago, now you've already given up 4 sacks. They got to find a way to protect their quarterback. Give him a little bit more time.
And the Blue Devils trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Breaks into the open. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. The Blue Devils have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll run play action. Rushes on him. Took a shot as he threw. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game. And the Blue Devils decide to punt it away. Now on the return. And the punt team able to sling him to the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Handoff from the gun. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a first down at the 44.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. And he had it for a second, but it just dribbled out of his hands.
And on that RPO, they just can't link up. Timing was a little bit off. The ball came out quickly, just not the most accurate throw, and the defense was in good position.
Finds his man. It's Boston. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Boy, if they don't convert this fourth down, there will be questions to be answered. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. Wants to throw on first down off the play fake. That's reeled in. It's Tyler. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
I know the offense is down by a lot here in the second half. You just need one big play, though, to spark the offense, get the confidence going, and they may have found it right there in that completion. Good throw, good catch. Now we got to keep it going.
I want to make sure I know where the playmakers are. And I can't let guys like this guy slip out of the backfield and make big plays against me. Good job being aware that they can throw the ball to the running back, closing space, and getting...
Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Man, this defense has played so well, and this offense, they've struggled. They haven't executed greatly. They're going to have to do it against a really good defense who continues to apply pressure. They got to find a way to protect it.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. The Blue Devils line up to punt it away. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And they'll get him down after the return at the 27-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Last drive ended with a pick. Vitally important to take care of the football this time. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. To the ground. He's got it again. Sweet cut there. Still on his feet at the 45. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37. And the Tar Heels, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. From the gun, the ground game. Found that crease, and they knock him down after a pickup of 5 to the 32. Got 6 on 1st down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Grabbed in the middle. It's Boston. There he goes. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
Well, this defense is going to have to find a way to start mixing up their coverages. They're in a tough spot. They're down right now, so most people would think the opponent would be running the ball, but when you've had the success these guys have had throwing it, you're going to see more shot plays, and you better change your looks up to try and get a takeaway to get back in this game.
Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Now they've got a little breathing room. They are in first to let up in a rivalry game.
Because it only takes one play. We know how much of a factor momentum can be in these types of rivalry games, David, so this game's still far from over.
And this is where my leadership and my experience comes into play. When you got guys that have been through these fires, been through these rivalry games, you know the swings happen quick. Now you got to swing it back your way.
Back to pass, it's Mahan. Makes the catch. At the 45 on his way. And that tackle almost certainly saved a touchdown after he ripped off a huge gain. That is a highly efficient way to move the chains, and now they are threatening inside the 40. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Under fire. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And the Blue Devils now with a long way to go to pick up the 1st down. Now the play fake. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete. The Blue Devils will line up to punt it away. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. No return possible on this one. It goes out of bounds, and they'll mark it right around the 30-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They've been dominant, and now they'll try to execute to their own standard. The give from the gun. Jukes his way for more. Pass the sticks and still on his feet. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
This offense has to get this guy the ball in as many ways as possible. He showed you all of his tools on that last play.
Sends it back in motion. Looking to throw on 1st down. Got a man. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Finds his big tight end. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. To the air on 1st down. It's caught. Turning it on. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
Well, there are a lot of offenses out there that would probably be a little bit more conservative when you've got a lead like this in the 3rd quarter. But when you've got the playmakers these guys have at the skill positions throwing the football, you should keep airing it out. And that's exactly what they're doing now.
He's got it. And they reacted well to the completion, but it was too late to keep them from getting the 1st down. They'll need to show urgency to get another play off before the clock hits 0. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. As we enter the 4th quarter, let's see if anything memorable can come from this one. They go back to work with the 1st down in the final period of this one. The give on the inside. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards. We'll replay the down. They're just making things harder now. It's 1st and 20. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Let's see what they've got on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Flushed out of the pocket. Got his man on the right. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive.
Man, these plays are really, really simple. Really easy to run. I like it. Just drop back as a quarterback, see the big fella, wait for him to get open, hit him, get a nice positive gain.
On 3rd down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. And the Tar Heels had tough field position to start this drive, but they've been into the hallelujah land. Touchdown, North Carolina! They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And it hasn't mattered what they've called guys offensively all game long or who's been on the field, what personnel groupings there have been. They're simply executing at a higher level than this.
And the ball's free, deep in his own territory. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. The Tar Heels are threatening on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. He's brought down at the 7-yard line, and they are threatening to take it in. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. Looking for the goal line. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. They push out that lead a bit and draw much closer to a win here in Week 9.
Man, this has been a complete performance. The defense has been lights out, and the offense, obviously, just continues to pour it on. This is what you call having a great day. Putting it all together, offense, defense, complementary football.
And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. After 3 consecutive punts, we'll see if they can dial up something that can get this offense moving forward.
This offense has their work cut out for them, man, because the coverage has been so tight. And if you're not throwing to the sideline or you're not getting past the sticks, this defense is going to tackle you inbounds like they just did on that last play and bleed the clock.
One back in the backfield. He gets the carry. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. And the Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Mahan. Here comes the heat. And the incomplete pass on 3rd down, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's about. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Blue Devils will send out the punt unit. Hauls it in, looking for space. Looking for running. Get it to the 43-yard line before he stopped. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. This has been exactly the way you draw things up, David. The offense has really been moving the football.
It's been great execution. They've done exactly what they wanted to do. Build the lead. Now Palmer's a different animal. Now you got to protect him.
You can tell they were paying attention in practice this week in the film room because they have gone out, everybody right now on the same page.
Gonna swing it on 2nd down. Makes the grab. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Tar Heels come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they'll ride the running back here. That'll be enough for the 1st down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
I think one of the biggest reasons why the scoreboard looks the way it does is this offense has been dominant on 3rd down. They have found a way to stay on the field. They do it again here late, running the ball on 3rd.
They'll give it to him again. Makes a man miss. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Well, I love the variety in the run game you're seeing from this offense. It's not just going to be conventional handoffs, won't just be the quarterback, but he's making good decisions, pitching at that time. That's the right read. It's not a huge explosive home run type play, but it is enough to help them pick up the 1st down.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. Get it out on the screen. Nice move to keep running. Oh, got some room, headed to the goal line. Touchdown, Tar Heels. Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this always is the debate of where you fall. It's your job to stop me or I should get conserved, because this offense obviously has had themselves a day, and apparently their day's not over. They're going to continue to keep scoring, and the defense better do something about it.
And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. They didn't get much done the last time they had it. Had to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Good surge up front. Give him 4 out to the 18.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, and this offense has to find a way to run the football. They got to get more creative, but whatever that looks like for this offense, something to jumpstart them, because nothing really going on the ground.
Yeah, defensively, though, you got to give him.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. And the Blue Devils will call on their punt team. Nestles it in at the 35. He's brought down, but a really solid effort to pick up every bit of yardage he could on the punt return. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. What a good mix of plays keeping that defense off balance last time, David.
And Reese, they don't know if it's run or if it's pass. They got them right where they want. This defense doesn't know how to react from getting punched in the mouth on that last drive.
So in this next drive, David, I think you keep running the football because that sets up the play action, it sets up the RPO game, and then you keep this defense guessing.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
Let's see if the defense comes after them. 3rd and short from the 45. He's got his man. He gets the job done on 3rd down. They move the chains. It's at the 37. The Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll go to the fullback. You'll take 4 yards on 1st down every time, 2nd and 6.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming into the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out because this wasn't a great day. I like the mitts, the big fella coming in with the catch. Hey, running a little bit of a route, showing a little wiggle, getting open, throwing the football. That's what he catches, big fella.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. With the win today, they're now bowl eligible, and that's certainly worth celebrating, at least to some degree, wouldn't you say, guys?
Yeah, listen, at the start of the year, there are a lot of goals that get put up on the blackboard. Reaching a bowl game is one of them. So now you can go ahead and check that off. But if you're this football team, you're not celebrating that tonight. You're looking to build on this win moving ahead because they've got bigger goals down the road, Dave.
They do, and they've shown you some good flashes throughout the season, man. Some moments that really say this team could be really, really good. And so I think you continue to improve. You know at the end of the season, I get to take a vacation. Wherever the bowl game is, we get a free trip with my boys, but there's some work to be done still.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.